Hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to the Sky Network Show, Season 3, Episode 24. Hey, hello Richie. Welcome to the show. Thank you for joining in.
Hey, how is everybody? Thanks for having me once again. Look forward to it.
Yeah, everything is good, Richie. Today we are doing Season 3, Episode 24, which is dedicated to Coin Mask and what we are bringing next week. So let's just confirm that we are running live on Facebook, YouTube, and X. Guys, feel free to say hi in the chat so I know that the chats are coming in nice and easy. This is an amazing time always. This is all like, for me best part of the week when I get to connect with the community and share my thoughts on Sky Network as well as we get to discuss what is good for the sky, what is not good for like I mean what's what exactly, right? And it's really amazing. I can see that we are live on Facebook and YouTube. Uh, I'm unable to verify if we are all live on X. So if we have any listeners on X, feel free to say hi in the message and I'll be able to verify that. Or what I could do is I could go here and see. Yeah, I think we are live and yeah, there are no issues. We're good. All right, everyone. See, let's say hi in the chat. Hello, everyone. Today's amazing discussion, we are going to be learning more about the coin mask, which we are bringing next Saturday, and why we came to the decision of bringing coin mask before we go for our listing, which is also happening very soon. So, hey, hi, GJS. Thank you for making the comments. So, yeah, I can see that the comments are working good. Yeah, Richie, let's get started. How was your day? So I think we are good. Everything is running fine, and we can get ahead with the conversation.
100%. My side, everything's great. There's so much going on and so much to do. So, time and free time for that matter is at a low. But the innovation that we're building, the progress we're making day after day, um, it's a lot. It's great. Can't wait to show everyone else what we're building and get everything rocking and rolling in the near future with Evolve.
Definitely, Richie, and this also proves the main point that if you continue building on your ideas, there is always going to be a time when it completes. It sometimes it can take short time, long time, with challenges, without challenges, good things, bad things, so many things does happen. But if you just keep focus and keep building, you end up building something amazing.
Yeah, it's the team. It's the everyone working together week after week after week, and
Yeah,
basically, it's a accumulation of all the effort we have over months and months and months, and everyone being dedicated, everyone coming up with new ideas and building things and fixing things and adding apps and tools to the end goal project of having all of these resources ready and available to our community members, and a project that has not just, hey, here's a token, go buy it type thing, but here's an ecosystem. Here's our blood, sweat, and tears for months and months and months, so that we think we're giving our community everything we think they need to be successful, right? And that'll show in the end when you see the results of all the efforts we've put in the last several. Well, it's now over a year, well over a year now. So it's about keeping busy. It's about keeping your head down and working towards that end goal that you have, that vision, making that a reality. So that's what we're doing. That's what we're going to continue to do until we get to our final vision and our pre and public sale. And then that's just square one, right? The race starts right there. The first inning is right at when we launch. So all this is to get us to that starting point where we can now show our community, hey, this is what we built. This is the use cases we've built. This is the utilities we've built. Now we'd like you guys to be creative and build with us now too. right? Give them the tools they need to do that in a less complex manner, where more people are able to build on the network. They're able to launch a token, launch an NFT, create a vault, all these things at their fingertips in a relatively easy way to do it, where they don't have to have a technical background, know how to create a Solidity contract or anything like that. They can literally just click buttons and add information and create the things that they'd like to.
Definitely, definitely, Richie. I was on mute, so but yeah, this is amazing, man. The opportunity and the technology which allows us to build so many things. Uh, I mean, I was having one conversation this week with one person regarding like this was like intense conversation with a person who has been in the industry for last 10 years plus 15 years maybe, almost like since the start of the industry, you can say. So somebody who is veteran of the industry, and we had this discussion that why there is a so much of a difference between for example, if you see like all those network projects, we like, just for lack of words, we can call it shitcoins, but they're not actually shitcoins. They are somebody who is trying but failing. Okay. And the projects like OG projects like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, those who made it, right? So what is the difference which makes it, and uh, how the users and the communities are reacting to the kind of projects. So this was regarding the discussion regarding that. And uh, like if you see the OG projects like Bitcoin, Ethereum, or any developer led and community led projects, so these are the two things which are kind of minimum. That is one, uh, the involvement of the community, the active community, and active developers. So the community of developers, that is also one very key aspect of every project. And also, for the participants, this was also during the discussions one thing which was kind of a conclusion. But so it does happen to be the way Web3 marketing works, and the narratives are sold, that many of the like people go behind the speculative prices and the speculative gains, where the real growth and real gains, uh, which the industry is famous for, that comes through the sticking to the project and building it. And it takes time, and if you take the wrong path, uh, it doesn't work out. So you have to stay sustainable, and you need to grow, you know uh, grow with the vision in mind. So that is also one reason we have decided to launch CoinMask, which would work as a governance token for CoinMask. And our it would be it would add the governance and DAO component to SCAI ecosystem, and will allow the community to participate in day-to-day operations of the project. Be own it, and uh, we have wonderful community members who are giving so many hours every day to build the Sky network. And with the CoinMask, what we are doing is we are just creating a structure where it becomes easy for new people to bring into the Sky network. It becomes beneficial for current community to do so, while appreciating their assets. And it's also, it kind of completes the Sky ecosystem, because we have a Sky which is a deflationary coin, with the coin mask being a governance token, which is which would work on it is kind of like it's algorithmically unstable stable coin kind of a project. So basically what it does is like it stays same in the value, like it or similar, not exactly same, but with less fluctuation, while the total supply keeps increasing with the cap, of course. But this is a amazing economic feature which allows the blockchain projects like Sky Network to really benefit from the decentralized governance, and it creates opportunity for community members to earn more Sky, of course, because now no more new Sky will come into the circulation from any other places other than the liquidity staking. The coin mask is one place where which would allow the users to participate with Sky Network every day, every nook and corner. So yeah, what do you think, Richie?
Yeah, the traditional, what made Bitcoin, Ethereum great, what made them successful, what made them have the network effect they had is they've been here for a very long time. Their developers have been working on those projects for years and years and years. They have utility built on these projects. They have companies and institutions working with Ethereum to build their apps on top of it, to send transactions on top of Ethereum, for example. These meme coins or shit coins, as some people call them, um, usually they are relatively quick to be made. They launch almost immediate after they're created, and there's no use case yet. There's no utility yet. Most of them don't ever have a utility or use case. They're literally just, hey, I launched a token, buy my whatever this is, right? Why? Because it's going to go to the moon, because it's going to go 10x, it's going to go 20x, and that's their selling point. But they don't have the background done. They don't have the developers behind the project. Um, you need to prove your value in this realm, in this space. And that comes from hard work, that comes from developing, that comes from building out use cases why people would need to use your coin. So, for example, with Evo Health, people need to use Evolve EVO coins to use Evo Health. Evo Health decentralizes your medical data globally. That's a use case where it's not just you need Evolve coins to trade back and forth and speculate, but you actually need Evolve coins to do the transactions to work your medical system, right? Things like that is what's going to bring value to these networks and what's going to have them being here over time and not just a launch and fail type project like many of these meme coins are, because they don't have that utility. They don't have a reason why you should hold them other than I want the price to go up so I can sell this later on, right? And that's not a long-term plan. That's just a short-term gain, if anything, or a short-term loss, and then it ends up disappearing. My honest opinion is in 10, 20 years, maybe 5% at best of the cryptos we have today will no longer be here. Sorry, will be here. Everyone else won't be here. So 95% will not be used. They will just fade out into the abyss. And we've already seen that in the last several years. If you looked at the top 50 market cap for coin market cap, the coins that were there, the tokens that were there 3, 4, 5 years ago are no longer a part of that top 50, and no one talks about them anymore because there was no real use case to them. They were just created, they were there, people traded them, they survived for a little bit, but now they've fizzled out and they're no longer even being talked about. So your hard work and effort will be the reason why you're still talked about and still used 10, 20, 30 years down the line, and not just disappearing and no one else ever uses you again or knows about you of new people coming in. So we have to take the model of take your time, do it right the first time. There's easy shortcuts that we can take if we'd like to and start selling tomorrow, but then you run into problems later on, and then that might be the end of the project. So it's about doing the due diligence now. It's about doing everything you can before you launch so that the structure and the platform that you're launching is solid, is going to be here, is going to stand the test of time, and won't just be one lawsuit away from crashing. So that's my theme on it. I've never been a meme coin or shitcoin investor. Everything I've looked into holding or having has utility, has use case. A lot of them are deflationary. That's something I look towards when I'm studying and when I'm looking at other projects. when I'm looking at an investment type of scenario. I like to see them being used for something. I like to see them have some type of utility or use case, because that will show me that in the next 20 years, they still might be using that coin or token for that utility if it's a disruptor in the field that it's a part of, right? So it's about working, it's about being active, it's about having a community that you're supporting and active in your network. And it's about being different, it's about solving problems with this technology, which I think is the strongest point we have. Everyone's so stuck on the price of Bitcoin is this and that, and Ethereum is this and that. The price is irrelevant. Yeah, it's nice to have some profits there once in a while and be able to sell your Ethereum or Bitcoin in a later date for more than you bought it. But the actual value behind blockchain tech is the tech itself, is what you're able to do with this tech. It's the trustlessness, it's the ability to not have to be able to verify everything that happens in a transaction or a smart contract, right? Like we don't need that middle person anymore. Me and Sandeep can easily do a smart contract and do a DeFi contract between the two of us. He can loan me something and I pay him back, and there's rules and set steps that will happen there regardless of who's involved, right? It'll automatically be done. There's no person in the middle. It's like, you know what, I feel bad for this person, let's change this now, or not abide by the rules of that smart contract. That doesn't work, right? Our system is built on a weak foundation right now, right? And the banks, the way everything works, it's unfortunate, but it's the way we have it. So this represents the change. This represents the next step in our finance, in ownership, in communication and trust. And that's a powerful tool when you understand that. So not so much meme coins and frogs and stuff like that. More utility use cases, actual real world change by using this technology, and not just the price going up and down. That's what I see the difference between real projects and meme coins and shit coins, and why some will be here in 20 years and some won't.
Very well said, Richie. And the end of the day, that's what matters in this industry, to live long and prosper. That's like the biggest challenge for a network specifically. And fortunately, we are doing an amazing job at it. Okay. Secure Chain has been at the right place, right moment, right time. We have spent efforts, time, money, everything to achieve, like to reach where we have reached, and to keep the sustainable growth. Okay, that is something which is amazing, because I remember, so I always say that the value of the sky is one sky, right? And that's a really meaningful sentence, because it's not just about not associating sky with the value, like a dollar value, but it's more about the real value creation where it happens, right? So for example, at the start of the project, our total supply was $700 million, 700 million sky. But today our total supply has reduced uh, somewhere around 480 million. At the launch of the project, we started with, like, 0 point, maybe 0.0034 or something, I don't remember, like, something like that, with the fair launch. Now we are at comfortable 0.0023. Okay, which is not a bad sign. We already have all the infrastructure, we have the community. With the coin mask completing the cycle, we will become 100% decentralized. So the total supply is in the circulation, and when the project is 100% decentralized, and for the project like deflationary sky, right, this is something amazing, and really hard to find. So definitely, guys, there is a, I mean, sky can definitely be um, thought of as a gem in today's ecosystem, like in today's market. We don't advertise it so well, true, but we don't need advertising it so well, because with the coin mask, uh, the trust and the longevity of the project is what will take us to that mark. And I really appreciate the involvement of the community and all the developers and all the leaders who lead the community and who would be, essential force in taking Sky to the next level. um, and there's no doubt, guys, see, whether we reach certain goals today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, or maybe 1 month down the line or 1 year down the line, but one thing is for sure, that we are gonna achieve that. So that really makes me happy. And I would like to, I think Richie is having some technical difficulties, so let me try to bring him in again if it works. Hey
Yeah,
Richie,
sorry
you're
about
back.
that. Starlink doesn't work as well as it used to. So once in a while, it acts up.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. So right now, networks are glitching. Let's wait. Let's hope that mesh networks uh, become reality soon. And yeah, the future is amazing, Richie. With the and I can definitely say that the future of finance is Web3. There is no doubt about it, because
100%.
this week itself I was like, there was one person who was having some issues with the making payment for some servers. Okay, they were trying different cards, different things. They spent like a day in the sorting out the payment systems. It didn't work, and then they just went on to the Hostinger and paid with the coins get, and 10 minutes it was done. And this, like, maybe in 15 minutes the server was up and running. So
The the ability to transact in seconds without going through all these different complex that takes time and money, and if you need something done today, you need the fastest solution to get it done, so that payment has to be done as quick as possible. And the traditional system doesn't have that. It never did. Right, if I want to send you a payment from scratch right now, it would take us quite a while to get there. Unless we're in the same country and I can do e-transfer, that's a little bit quicker, but there's still a delay there because I've had that take hours and hours to get through. With crypto, that represents the instant ability, 24/7, without a hitch or flaw, ability to send payments back and forth, pay for services almost instantly with some networks. And that's where we need to be. Our economies will be faster and faster. Everyone just wants more and more convenience and quicker ability to get things done. And that only happens with some type of blockchain fiat system, and a combination. There's going to be a balance there that has to be reached. And right now, they're trying to push for too far to the one side with digital currencies, central bank digital currencies, sorry. And we're trying to push it the other way with stable coins and the rest, which isn't perfect, but it's a balance, right? So crypto represents that change. Like we're able to now pay for things almost instantaneously, where the traditional system, if you're trying to do something significant, let's say over $5,000, for example, or over $10,000, good luck. That's going to take a long time to get done with the old system. With crypto, that could be done in seconds. And that's the change we have in our the next step, the evolution of humanity, of our society, is that.
yeah, and definitely, I 100% believe that Web3 is democratizing the finance. Okay, very well. So this is something which I personally feel that is very essential. And for, like, for example, with the DAO structure, a proper DAO structure with voting, with all the values of democracy being held, just imagine the power it has. It gives it to the community to execute projects at the large scale, right? Because it is a trustless system. And everything works with the smart contracts, and nobody has to wait on anybody, or even UI, for example, right? If the dapps are working, it is okay. But if there's some any issues with the dapps also, you can always go to the explorer and interact with the smart contracts. So that gives you peace of mind and ownership of your assets, and that is very crucial, right? All right, Richie. I think we are running towards the end of the show. So, would you like to add? Do you have any remarks?
Yeah, things look bright. I think that the next few years, I said this over and over, but I truly believe it. With the developments we're seeing on the back end, what we're building for, say, what you guys are doing. So that wallet, for example, for the Sky wallet is important because your community needs a central place to have their ownership of Sky, right? It's not just on MetaMask or Trust Wallet where they can change a protocol, they can change the way it works. For example, MetaMask has changed that you don't have to write down and copy your 12-word phrase when you make a new account. That, in my opinion, is very important to do because you should have that. If you don't, when you create the wallet, you'll create 5 or 6 or 7 wallets, forget to do it, and then when something happens to your computer, you just lost access to all of those wallets. So something I thought they did well before, they changed, and now they're trying to go to more easy to start a new account than the security part, where most people won't copy those words down. That makes it where we, as a community, as network founders and leaders, have to do what's best for our community, and that means giving our community our own personal wallets, where the vision and the ethics we have are incorporated into those wallets and those applications and those tools so that we can do what we can do best is support our community, right? um, Next few years a lot's going to come out. We see a fraction of what's coming out right now in being used. We'll see a lot more once some of these projects, some of these stable coins that are being built, some of these use cases are actually up and running and in your day-to-day life, and it's as simple as clicking some buttons. You don't have to be technical. You don't have to know how a blockchain works to use the blockchain for its strengths. And that's what's coming up next, and I look forward to it.
Definitely, Richie, and yeah, that is also one point where CoinMask is really helpful to the Sky network. It's like it creates one-stop solution, a kind of a mega app where user has everything. Like they can swap, they can use bridge, they can uh, participate in the staking program, they can participate in the DAO, they can participate in the governance of the Sky as well as CoinMask, and uh, just own it, right? That's what it is all about. And the project has been built on the values of democracy and decentralization, and it definitely makes sense that before we go for centralized exchange listing, we go decentralized first, right?
100%.
So yeah, that's it, guys, from my side today. Wishing every one of you a very happy weekend and a productive week ahead. Next week, next Saturday, is the time where we would be launching our CoinMask in beta. So stay tuned. Make sure to join us in. And the CoinMask program is a referral only program. So only the Sky community members and those who have been referred by community members would be able to join the program, and that's it. So that has been done to make sure the community gets the benefit of the being part of the community, right? So thank you, everyone. Have a great week ahead. We'll see you next Saturday, 2 p.m. UTC sharp, and together we will explore the coin mask. Have a good day. Bye bye.
Take care, everyone. Till next time.